So after an interesting Tuesday #1 contenders match in the singles division between Mark Andreyko and Ethan Irwin, where nothing really interesting or extraordinary happened.
And this one belongs to Jeremy Hastings.
JTH.
Whew. I feel better now. So, the funniest thing, in my opinion, about that entire sequence is when Mark Ellis did the shout-out, and Christian was like, great reactor, and then 2 seconds later realized his mistake, and then was like, good reactor. He's a good reactor. So I always appreciate the honesty. I never want to be associated with great and elite and extraordinary and glorious and fabulous. Yeah, good. I like Christian. He's the Brad Gilmore of Schmoedown honesty. He's good. He's a good reactor. He's a good reactor. So with all the shout outs and fun and everybody actually knowing who I am, which makes me happy. We now get into today's #1 contenders match. This match has been a month and a half, 2 months in the making. This is the Innergeekdom tournament finals between Mara Knopic, the undefeated rising star in the Innergeekdom division, against everyone's favorite Schmoedown-loving jackass, Mike Kalinowski. So, will Mara Knopic come out on top and go to the Schmoedown live event and challenge for the Innergeekdom championship? Or will Mike Kalinowski just his way into the title match at the Schmoedown live event? Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the match now on JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Out of time, so say goodbye. What is yours now is mine, and I dream broken dreams. I'll make them come true. I'll make them for you.
And welcome back. And I give the Jackass Mating Call 3.25 out of 10. So, now that I've poorly graded myself, but nobody cares about that, let's get into this. I actually remembered once the video was uploaded, this is going to be a 5-round match. So, yeah, more goodness to enjoy. Let's get right into this. Kalinowski, Knopic, Mike, Mara, MK versus MK. Mortal Kombat! Yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with that. 3, 2, and 1. You thought I was gonna say Shire Wolves owe us lunch money, and I said it. Oh well, at least you can always count on me being repetitive. Defends his title, but against who? Guess we're about to find out. It's almost like symbolic with that symbol with the Roka unmasking Merle. Let me introduce to you my partner. Ah! It's Dan! Well, that was almost pure symbolism. I said they should probably use this opening promo, because it was very solidly done. So I've actually seen this promo already, but it's very, very good.
And now they do, because of me. So I would think when someone does something nice for you, you're making a name for yourself. Kind of thank you. You're one of those people that don't get stuff and you don't thank me for it, huh?
PBS
I have no idea
and the Schmoedown is made possible because of viewers like you.
You keep on winning, I'm gonna keep on winning. We'll see where that takes us.
Stop flipping me off, Mike.
She held up her end of the bargain.
Hi.
As did I. Now, she's a monster in this league. She is Frankenstein's monster, and I'm Frankenstein. I created a monster, and I've got to face her because I'm a man of my word.
Something wrong with my screen. No, it's the video. You did it. Flip me off again, and I'm gonna punch this camera. I better not do that. I would be out $20.
I'm torn right now. I'm torn between getting upset and going heel. What did I say before? I was going after this league. I was going after all the heels. That's what I wanted. That was my mission in Innergeekdom, in this and that.
So,
Singles,
a second promo.
And with that, Mike Kalinowski has been eliminated. Mike Kalinowski had a rough night here today. Mike, you don't need to leave. Well, Mike wants to leave.
That is correct. Jim Carrey. Mike.
Congratulations, Dustin Hoffman.
We have
Seeing everyone in for her and kind of on my own for this one. So maybe that's my own doing because I shut everyone off for a little while. But, you know, I got some decisions to make. So we're going to leave it at that.
and your winners,
I think we're getting ready to have some more Kalinowski flipping off.
Oh, now you want to talk. Now you want to talk, man. We came back, and I didn't want to do this after our last time. Oh, I don't want to hear that. I needed to go to my own thing and take care of this. Oh, here we're talking. Don't tell me what to do, man. What I need to do, you know what? I got to get out of this damn monkey soup because we
I did it again.
Everyone's a league and all this. You don't. I did not want to come back to this crap, man. And I wanted everyone to have their A game on, and no one did. But every time after the match, everyone's like, dude, man, you gotta leave him. You gotta leave him, this and that. And I didn't want to do it, man, because we're all friends outside here. But you guys aren't my friends. You just show up to get your face on these cameras. You know what? You say we're a league, we're not. I'm a league of my own, man.
Yeah. Enjoy managing the movie Geek and Whitney.
Talking about five-way.
Yeah, in Innergeekdom? Yes. Yeah. Five-way match.
We're going to do things a little different. We're going to do a tournament. It's going to be an Innergeekdom tournament.
No. We don't have time to do all that tournament stuff. We have to
Let me stop you right there.
Yeah.
Because I think...
Let me give you a check for $50,000.
Thad Williams, your commissioner. I'm here with a little bit of an update regarding the Innergeekdom tournament.
Well, this has been something.
Rip that shirt.
Look at what Mike, the killer Kalinowski, has done. He's turned this whole league upside down on its head, and he told the commissioner, Thad Williams, that no, we're not doing a fatal five, we're doing a tournament. And these competitors, a lot of competitors who were not in this tournament before or even in consideration, now find themselves in a position with 4 wins. They could be playing Jason Justice Inman for
My personal take on the tournament, because I mentioned a while back that I was not the biggest fan when the tournament was announced, because I think while it did create some really good semi-final matches, the first 2 rounds were really up and down and really sluggish, to say the least. I think it eliminated a lot of the parity that I think the 5-way match has shown that it creates in the past, which is why I was really bummed that they got rid of the 5-way, because I think that would have created a lot of parity, a lot more parity than what the tournament ultimately has created so far. But on the upside, the tournament winner will be very much deserved, because Mike and Mara have shown that they were the 2 best players, and with another one-on-one match, we will have a very deserving winner. So
I was impressed.
I think ultimately we did sacrifice some parity to get here, but we are going to get a more deserving winner than what a 5-way may have presented, which ultimately I think was the point and the purpose. So,
You gotta put it down, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put you down, Mara.
and I'm already at a drink, and the match. We haven't even gotten into the introductions yet. Oh boy, I'm going to be most parched. Tournament Championship. So it's the Tournament of Champions. Well, no, that's a different thing. Tournament of Champions and a Tournament Championship. Different. Sounds so similar, yet so different. It's so lovely. Hello, Mark. Hello, Emma. The gang's kinda here. Just a different gang.
You also probably know her as the manager of the Shire Wolves. It's Miss Emma Fife joining me on the table today.
It's great to be back on the Innergeekdom table. I feel like this is where I really shine, mostly because of my profound ability to pronounce things in Elvish. So here we are.
Good. That makes one of us amongst the three of us.
It's going to be a fun match to announce with you because you've been under this white hot spotlight in particular. I mean, you were in this tournament early. You know, she got knocked out by one of the competitors.
I did, by Miss Mara Knopic.
Mara, she's so talented, and she's one of these rising stars, a brown dwarf star that has just come onto the scene in such a big way. She's got 2 TKOs under her belt. Sorry, one of them was against you.
You know what? It's fair. She earned it.
But you probably know competing against her.
The most down-to-earth person I've seen in Schmoedown.
Is able to play against incredible odds. It doesn't matter what happened to her that day. She is going to show up, and she gave us one of the best matches of all time against Rachel Cushing. I believe it was 11 questions into OT when that Ali Frazier finally ended. What a battle that was.
It really was. I mean, that's going to go down as one of the greatest matches in Schmoedown history, certainly a contender for match of the year.
Well, it's going to win match of the year. I think there will be a overflow of support to get that. Even though me personally, I would still vote Ethan Irwin versus Lon Harris. But obviously with the circumstances, I think that will get overwhelming support for match of the year. And rightfully so, it's still a great match.
Taxing circumstances, shall we say today?
Less taxing, perhaps, but no less corrupt, and that is thanks to Mike Kalinowski.
Boo! I mean, bah! I don't know which you want, Mike. Do you want boo or bah? I don't know what side that I represent to do that for. I'm guessing bah.
And he says, I think that Innergeekdom should be a tournament, and then the winner of the Innergeekdom tournament should get a shot at Jason Inman, the current belt holder in the Innergeekdom division, at the live event, which is September.
But it's still Chance Ellison.
Hot and available. He comes in here, and he was kind of having his sights set on the fact that he was going to have to play Rachel Cushing, but him and Mara had a brief run-in where he was trying to say, hey, you need to thank me.
So it was a brief briefing? You keep winning, and I keep winning, and with no briefcase?
What happens is about to go down here today.
Very true, and I still want to know who Mike Kalinowski is blackmailing to have all of this stuff happen.
Well, he's blackmailed a lot of different people.
That's the 64 cents question.
I mean, he took down Adam.
Hey, he finally said his name right! Yay! You get a cookie, Mark.
These are 2 competitors that really know their stuff.
Oatmeal raisin. Hope you like it.
Here today. Let's see how
oatmeal raisin's very mixed. I don't know why. It's a great cookie.
Hey,
Bang.
Here we are, the finals. This is going for it all. Some of you guys, you didn't think I was going to make it here, but those of you guys, I told you from the beginning what I was going to do, and here I am, ready to go for that belt. This is my last obstacle to get to Inman.
So I'm here, it's the championship against Mike Kalinowski, pretty exciting, but that's not the real reason why I'm here. I'm here because Mark Ellis owes me a bagel, and I'm gonna get it before I go home. And that's right, a bagel. A bagel is a bird, a bagel is a food.
From the beginning, everyone was saying that this tournament was Rachel Cushing's to lose. Well, Rachel Cushing did lose. And who'd she lose to? Mara Knopic, a person no one had ever heard of, and now she's the star. Everyone loves Mara. She's the new golden child of this league. Well, you wouldn't have met Mara if it wasn't for me.
I think my road to the championship and Mike's road have been similar. I would like to think that everyone was fairly evenly matched at the time, and I've had some tough matches. He's had some tough matches. He's also been incredible, and I've had some success as well. So it's a pretty tight race.
I admired her from the beginning, the very first match. And you know what? I asked for a little respect, just a thank you from her, because I got her involved in this. I gave her a shot at this, getting rid of the 5-way. You know what? She didn't thank me. So I said, what did I say to her? I said, you go on winning, I'm going to go on winning. We'll see what happens. Came back after a second match. You go on winning, I'll keep on winning. She did go on and keep winning, and guess what? So did I. So now I face her.
Yeah, Mike, the puppet master of all of this, I say to you that if you win, I will shake your hand today. And if I win, I'm going to demand that we go have punch and pie. And that will be a demand.
You know, Mara in her last match, in her interview, post-interview, I was watching it, and she referred to Adam and I, Adam as a pothole, and she called me a speed bump. I didn't really know what that reference is, but you know what happened? She's one of those little low riders that's going to, you know, drive on down the road. She's going to go to that speed bump, and this is what's going to happen. She's not going forward. I am.
I don't think I've ever seen a car do that on a speed bump.
Clearly, she's not 100% after her unfortunate car accident, but she was able to drive herself to the studio here today. Not many painkillers. Her mind is clear. Her heart is pure. And Mike Kalinowski,
Not on Vicodin? That's a good thing. Just ask Bill Engvall. That's scary.
Taking place for the majority of the fall is going to be under that cloud. I don't know who I got here today, Emma, but I know a lot of fireworks are about to go off.
Fireworks? It's
true.
August.
You know,
July
really
4th was last month.
As you say, we have two incredibly strong competitors within
We still got some
Innergeekdom,
sparklers downstairs.
I don't know.
We're
It's
still
going to come down to the wire here.
8 years old.
I think we could even be looking at another overtime match, which I know Mara doesn't want to hear right now, but it's going to be that close, and I am, again, lucky enough to have somebody who knows how to pronounce all of the names in Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings right next
That's
to me.
good, Mark, because I ain't going to be able to help you. Not one
All right, so
bit.
first up, we have got Mike the Killer Kalinowski, Mike K.O. Kalinowski now.
Oh, now he suddenly knows Star Trek.
Star Trek and making
We
infographics
shall
that
see.
all of the characters in Harry Potter.
that is an actual
Then
fact.
we have the amazing Mara Knopic, the brown
Now
dwarf star.
she suddenly knows Star Trek.
Star Wars
We
and
shall
Bruce
see.
Wayne.
She is a gamer if there ever was one, and I fancy myself a sportsman, a competitor, and I just like to see good matches like this, so I consider myself ready. Emma, can you say the same?
I would say that I am ready indeed, Mark Ellis. All
Neighbor?
right, then.
Let's do it.
Okay, then it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Come on, Emma, a little more charisma.
Never even aspired to.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Brand new competitor onto the scene, and she is already 3-0 in the Innergeekdom tournament. She finds herself in the finals. Please welcome the brown dwarf star, Mara Knopic.
Ah,
All right, coming out.
Indiana Jones. Time for a haircut, maybe.
I do love the amazing amount of Chewbacca enthusiasts we have, not only that are competing, but also in the crowd. I hear a lot of Wookiee roars.
A lot of Wookiee roars calling out their support for Mara Knopic. And honestly, if you've never worn a onesie, I cannot recommend it enough. It's basically the most comfortable piece of clothing you could wear.
Well, she'll be having it
Borrowed
for
this
5 rounds.
from a singles competitor.
Oh.
Okay, so that is not her Wookiee onesie. What condition will she return it to them in, victorious or in?
It's not mine, just in case you were wondering.
Her opponents.
Yet, Mission Impossible's got nothing to do with the Innergeekdom.
The face of corruption, Mike K.O. Kalinowski. Those are human boos and Wookiee boos, Emma.
Yep.
Okay.
Right at He's joshingly and
No
jokingly
flipping
giving
off?
it as well.
Are your middle fingers missing?
On the scene in Innergeekdom,
Dear
the rest of
God,
the
Mike.
He was a real force for good and for justice. And
He's a good guy to root for,
You
but
went
I
20
will say,
seconds
so
without
far,
flipping
just
someone
yesterday
off?
he walked
That's
in
a
first,
record.
They were not courteous to him. He shook Mara's hand, so maybe Mike Kalinowski's turned over a new leaf. Mike Kalinowski, how are you feeling?
How am I feeling?
Yeah.
Feeling very good.
Okay. very nice gentleman.
I am
The crowd looks
doing
stunned, so I
very
guess with all of the controversy put to bed behind
well.
us now, I can just ask the competitors.
It's a fair. It's come to a fair way that it's supposed to come to. A competitor that no one knew is now here at this desk. We're going for
Marker
the belt
check.
after this.
Let's see if it
You know, this is the way it's
works.
supposed to work. Yeah, everyone's looking at me as a bad guy. That's not the way this went down.
Oh, so you're taking credit for Mara being.
Can you read that?
No, her skill got her here, but
Okay.
she wouldn't have had
We're
this
ready.
option to be here if it wasn't for.
Okay, well,
Let's put it that way.
as the most corrupt.
We're past
sugar
thank yous.
daddy
We're past
statement
thank yous
I
at
have
this
ever
point. We're
heard.
here.
We are here and we are ready to go up here at the answer desk. Mara, are you ready?
Yay.
Mike, are you ready? That
Hmm.
was gonna happen.
All right, well then it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Wrong one. It's let's get ready to Schmoedown. Yay!
In round number 1, it's going to play like a normal round 1 would in any garden variety Innergeekdom championship or
As my
otherwise
dog's
match. It's
howling
gonna be 10
downstairs.
questions
Oh,
from 10 different
he's
corners
very,
in
very
the
lonely.
universe. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There's no stealing in
You
round
probably
1.
can't hear
We're
it,
going to
but
ask the question
he's
from the
sad.
answer desk to you. You have about 15 seconds to get your answer ready. You need to write it down in that time as well on the whiteboard with the marker we have generously provided each competitor. Once we ask you by name to reveal your answer, please show what you wrote on the whiteboard to the camera at the same time you verbalize your answer into the microphone. I'll remind each competitor that for the duration of the 5 rounds, you each have 3 usages of the JTH.
Not the JTH rule. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been about 4 months since I said
You
that.
may do the same up to 3
Or
times
maybe
in any
2.
match,
Maybe
whether
a month
it's
and a
2 rounds or
half.
5 rounds of championship.
Maybe I did it last
You guys
week
also
and you
have
don't even
one
know.
challenge each. If you don't like the way a question was ruled, you may use that challenge. If your challenge is upheld, then you retain the right to challenge. Emma Fife is going to be asking all of the round 1 questions. And without further ado, Emma, let's have the first
Have you
one.
been relieved, Mark?
Middle Earth. In Return of the King, who becomes a guard of the Citadel after pledging allegiance to Denethor?
And with 1 question,
Yes.
I'm so happy I turned the
Already,
rights over
you
to
know,
you
listen.
to get those out of the
Well, this
way.
one actually was a human name that I was pronouncing, so.
5, 4, 3, 2, and
As they
1.
say in
Hands down,
Korea.
Mike Kalinowski.
Pippin.
Oh,
That is correct.
of course it's Pippin.
Also correct.
The one time. The one time. Yeah,
Is his full name.
I always guess Pippin because
Alright,
it's the
second
only
question in the
character I
category of
know.
Star Wars.
And now it's
Obi-Wan and
Pippin.
Anakin battle on what volcanic planet in the climax of Revenge of the Sith?
Went on
Don't know.
lady.
Don't know.
And you went to a
What a
volcanic
great
planet?
start.
Midnight. You know what? That's a better
One
story.
time in 7 months. I don't guess
5, 4,
Pippin.
3,
It's Pippin.
1. Pens down. Mara, you're up first.
Mustafar.
Mustafar.
It is Mustafar.
Mustafar.
That's a
Correct.
far to Mustasev.
Third question in the category of DCEU. What is the name of the hidden island homeland of the Amazon?
Oh, shit.
I've never taken a young lady.
Oh,
the
damn
Amazon.
it.
Or to the Amazon itself.
I have not done that
Yeah,
yet.
it's a lot of exciting wildlife there.
God
Adventure.
dang it.
5, 4,
Not going so well.
2, 1. Pens down, Mike.
Themyscira, aka Paradise Island.
That's
That is
right.
correct for 1 point. And Mara?
Themyscira.
Also
I
correct.
Don't know.
As
if it's
opposed to
right.
mascara.
There's actually a note in here that says tough to spell, but anything close will be acceptable.
That's why we love you, Chris
Awesome.
Kalinowski.
All right, question number 4, the category of Marvel movies. In 2000's X-Men, what 2 members of the team saved Wolverine and Rogue from Sabretooth's initial attack on the road in
Yay.
Canada?
Get one right.
Wolverine is spent a lot of time in Canada. Is he actually Canadian? I think he's actually Canadian.
I don't know what his citizenship
Yeah.
level is, but I believe he has a DUI, so he's not allowed back in.
Like the only other 2 main characters from the first
2,
X-Men,
1.
Storm and
Let's go hands
Cyclops.
down, and let's give this to Mara first.
Storm and Cyclops.
That is correct.
Storm and Cyclops.
Also correct.
That pretty much made up the entire cast of superheroes in the first
movie.
movie.
Them and reminding everybody that if they throw a perfect round 1, they will be asked a bonus question that only they can answer.
Well,
All right.
I'm out then.
Next question, category of MCU. Who directed Spider-Man
Oh,
Homecoming?
god dang. More director questions.
You know, these Spider-Man movies are really mounting up.
They really-
There's a
yeah.
lot of,
I I think I'm confused about where things are happening now because Spider-Man's he's like dancing that line in between MCU.
See his face.
4,
I picture it.
3, 2, 1. Kalinowski.
Is it John Watts?
Yes, it is John Watts.
John Watts.
That is correct.
Matter of fact, it is right.
Perfect round for both competitors. Thus
Me,
far. Next question.
not so perfect.
DC movies. Finish the Green Lantern quote. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall fill in the blank. A lot of Green Lantern questions.
I love when we get a Green Lantern
I
question.
think that somebody's overestimated how many people have actually seen or care to remember Green Lantern.
Can you
In
repeat the
brightest
question?
day, in
Yes.
blackest night,
Finish the
no
Green
evil
Lantern
shall
quote. In brightest
es-
day, in blackest night, no evil shall
escape my sight.
I like the movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Well, you are in the
5,
minority there.
4, 3, 2, 1. And we are going to give this one to Mara first.
Well, I didn't finish it, so it doesn't count.
No,
no,
cannot accept that. Did
unfortunately,
Mike
it does not.
Kalinowski get it?
Escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's
Scott,
light.
yep.
You gave too many words.
It was
Wrong,
Sight.
wrong,
Yes, that is
wrong.
correct. Kalinowski still with the perfect round. Next category, mixed bag. This is question number 7.
This bag is very.
When was Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull released?
2000.
I know, that movie released.
2006 or
Scott Manson
2007.
materializes out of the background.
5, 4, 3,
2006.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Mike.
2008.
Oh,
That is correct.
damn it.
2008.
Also correct.
Correct.
Wow.
Still a
It
1
was
point
really
advantage for
2008?
Kalinowski. These competitors have earned their right to be here.
Yeah,
I would
they
say.
definitely
Guess
have.
what? I was trying to think back
Category
because I used to work at
of
another
Star
job and it
In
was
2009,
really promoted a lot
Star Trek.
during that
Who
time.
does
So I was
Kirk
trying to remember when that
first
was. I
meet
guess
on
it
a
was.
shuttle bound for
Yeah.
Starfleet Academy.
Yeah, I was not working there in 2006.
Kind of liked that first
It was
Star Trek movie.
first
you know?
meet on shuttle bound.
The TV shows,
Okay.
but that Jean-Luc guy's coming back, I heard.
That Jean-Luc guy is
5,
coming back.
4, 3, 2,
He means Dr. McCoy.
1. Pens down. We go to Mara.
Bones.
That is correct.
Correct.
Bones, Dr. McCoy.
Yep, that is correct.
right. For 5 points, what's his first name? I'm kidding. It's Leonard. We all know that.
No, it's Hank. It's
All right.
Hank.
Next
Hank is
category.
Beast.
Question 9,
Beast.
heroes and villains. In The Dark Knight Rises, what does Selena Kyle steal from Bruce upon their first meeting? I mean, that's like a heck of a way to form a friendship or an enemy. You just
Thinking
show
about
up to
my
their house.
First day
and
with a young lady on
steal-
Mustafar.
Right.
This was just on TV on Sunday.
5,
Hope I remember. Was it a necklace?
2, 1. Pens down. We go to Mike.
It's two things. He stole the mother's pearls and his fingerprints.
That's the mother's pearls was the question that we were looking for,
Okay, and
but
Mark?
yes,
Dead mommy pearl necklace.
that is
Yeah.
correct.
That is right. His mom's name. We don't know if it was Martha, but we do know she had a pearl necklace.
Why did you write that name?
Question.
No.
Mike Kalinowski still within range of getting that bonus question that will be asked only to him. Our last question is a Patreon question. This comes to us from Andrew Schick. We love your families, raisers, and we love
Is this
you,
the first
Andrew.
time an
For being a
Innergeekdom
Patreon
question
supporter.
Yes.
You're not already a
has-
member, check out
or
the description,
Innergeekdom
Schmoedown
Patreon's been
Patreon,
asked?
and see which category and tier is right for you.
I think
He
it is.
chose
The category of Harry Potter.
Oh, how lovely. Question I'll never get right.
All right. In the Goblet of Fire, as a safety measure, what new rule is announced regarding the eligibility of students wishing to be selected for the Tri-Wizard Tournament?
I feel bad I gave him Slytherin. I didn't give him a
No,
Hufflepuff.
Slytherin's a good one.
Oh, it is?
I'm Slytherin, so I support that. But I
Andrew?
love Hufflepuffs also. Hufflepuff is a great house.
4, 3, 2. Never visit any of them. 1. Pens down.
You never
and
went on a date
Mara.
to one.
By the way, Slytherin and proud.
Heck yeah.
That
You must be this tall to Schmoedown.
I
Ah!
can't quite accept that.
All right,
no.
Mike, do you have it?
Well, I put they had to be over a certain age.
Uh,
17.
it is 17, but we needed it to be written
Must
down
be
17.
17.
Yeah, cannot accept that. So Mike does not get a perfect game, although he got this close, and Mara still trails Mike by 1, as she did the majority of that round. But I mean, these competitors are showing us their mettle. They have earned the right to be
Very
here
strong
today.
opening round.
Now we are upon
Of course, I'm not
the
talking
wheel
about
round.
me.
Is
Why would I do
two.
that?
In round number 2, the wheel will emerge with 10 different categories from 10 different corners of the Innergeekdom universe, and the fan
read
favorite
rules
spinner's
of
choice
get
and
some
the
more.
competitor dreaded opponent's choice.
Oh,
Each
cough
category
medicine,
contains
also known
5
as
questions
Coke.
from that genre. Each question is worth 2 points. There is no penalty for missing a question, but there is stealing available in round number 2. If a competitor is not sure of the answer, you can
Now I
ask us
feel
to give you
better.
multiple choice options. We'll give you 4. One of them is the right answer, at which point
So how many did I get right?
goes down to
3.
1. Competitors,
That sounds about right.
we have Mike Kalinowski in the lead by 1, and he is going to have the option to spin first or defer to Mara.
I will defer.
Interesting.
Right, so that means Mara is
They
Here comes Mara.
interesting.
She is walking over to the wheel, which is sponsored by our Schmoedown patron, Nathan Ovendale. Nathan Ovendale, thank you for sponsoring it. We have Heroes and Villains and Scores and Soundtracks. Are these
I guess you don't have much to choose from when it comes to the Innergeekdom, so let's throw them on there. Oh, Harry Potter.
And Harry
Potter.
All right, Mara, how are you feeling about Mr. Potter?
She's staying.
Guess she feels good enough.
Okay, Mara, you get 5 questions in the world of Harry Potter. Your first question. In Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry accidentally sets free an animal when visiting the zoo. What kind of animal did he set free?
A snake.
It was a snake. We can accept that, and that is 2 points in your favor. Your next question. What actor played Ron Weasley in the Harry Potter films?
Rupert Grint.
2 more points. Third question of 5. What is the name of the old man who was killed after overhearing Voldemort conspiring with Peter Pettigrew at the beginning of the Goblet of Fire?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Tobias Prince, B, Jacob Kowalski, C,
I'll say
Frank
B.
Price, or D, Herbert Chorley?
C.
It was C,
Of course.
Frank Price. Give
One
her a
chance I
point.
had to actually guess something.
Well maneuvered.
Wrong.
Your next question. This is your penultimate one in this round. And the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Ollivander tells Harry that the 2 wands he took from Malfoy Manor belonged to Draco Malfoy and who else? Go to 5, 4, 3.
Harry.
That is incorrect for the steal, and a big 2 points here, Mike Kalinowski.
Do I get the question again without a JT rule?
Yes, you do. In the Deathly Hallows Part 2, Ollivander tells Harry that the 2 wands he took from Malfoy Manor belonged to Draco Malfoy and who?
Is it Snape?
It is not Snape.
Looking for Bellatrix Lestrange. Bellatrix Lestrange. All right. And now, Mara's come down to her last question in round 2. She's going to have a lead coming out of it regardless. See if she can pad it a little bit here. Which of Ron Weasley's brothers is injured by a werewolf? And we'll need an answer in 5.
Percy.
4. That is incorrect for the steal, Mike.
Can I hear the question again, please, without...
Which of Ron Weasley's brothers is injured by a werewolf? 5.
Is it George?
That is incorrect. Looking for Bill. Bill. He was always hanging around with werewolves.
Bill,
and
Bill,
told
Bill,
us
Bill,
secrets of
Bill,
werewolves.
Bill.
I feel like maybe the
Bill,
werewolf
Ron
tactic
Weasley
brother
brother.
may have
Bill,
gone
Bill,
to become,
Bill.
command
Any
officer.
chance to get
That could
Bill
be.
Nye
That
theme
was
out.
Bill. That was
Great
Bill.
job, guys.
See what you did there. All right, well, Mara's still coming out of this with the lead, a 4-point lead over Mike Kalinowski, and it really comes down to what category he can spin. So, Mike, without further ado, please corrupt our wheel of justice. Okay, here comes Mike, and
Here's the spin.
again, so much time left. in
Wheel
the championship.
of
Even when you get to
Fish.
some questions you think you should have had, you get the betting round, you get the speed round.
Oh yeah, I have seen people in these 5-rounders come back hard in that speed round, even when they were down in round 2. You know, and again, there's still so many opportunities to make a big difference here, even should things not go.
And,
Oh, are you
Emma, I
kidding?
said
Bah.
and it seems as if because he spun spinner's choice.
You blessed him to corrupt the wheel, and here we are.
It looks like it's just wrenching his pure heart to do this tomorrow, to select a category.
It
So, Mike,
doesn't hurt him
what category would
one
you like to select
dinkum
for round number 2?
bit. MCU, that's what you picked last time.
Knowledge in his head, and we need an answer in 5, 4. DCEU.
Went the other way. Went the other
Here we
EU.
go. DCEU. Okay,
EU.
Mike, you selected the DCEU, and you're going to
Whatever
get
that
5
means.
questions in that critically acclaimed
Hmm.
question number 1 is
Just did my data laugh.
Justice League. What does Batman tell Flash when asked what
He's
his
rich.
powers
I'm rich.
are? 2 points.
I'm rich.
Next question.
Silence.
Literal pin drop there. What is the name of Zod's science officer in the movie Man of Steel?
It is not a deep sigh.
Okay,
Multiple
good.
choice.
I can do that. Is it A, Darren Vex, B, Dev M, C, Jax or D, Rao?
B?
It is not B. Can Mara steal it for a point?
Will you?
The options?
Well, no, yeah, like, will you?
Sure. I'll do the whole thing. What is the name of Zod's science officer in Man of Steel? Is it A, Darren Vex, B, Dev M, C, Jax or D, Rao?
D?
It is not looking for Jax Really
Good old
good at
Jax
chemistry.
50, 90.
That's right. Never bitten by a werewolf. That's a fact. Our next question, and this is, again, going just to Mike in the world of DCEU movies. It's his third in this round. In Wonder Woman, what language is Dr. Meru's notebook written in that only Diana can translate?
It's 2 languages. It's Ottoman and Sumerian.
We'll take Sumerian for 2 points. And the impressive Kalinowski, even the fans who don't like him, gave him a little round of applause for knowing both languages. We are tied at 13, Emma. We have 2 questions left for Mike to try to take a lead going into the betting round. Next question. In the movie Justice League, when the 3 mother boxes are gathered together, what do they form? We need a specific name.
It's called the Unity.
It is called the Unity.
I was about to say the
Kalinowski
absolute.
has taken the lead by 2 over Mara, and he still has 1 question left. And that one is, in Suicide Squad, what is the name of Enchantress's brother, the one she summons to help her eradicate mankind?
Oscar-winning Suicide Squad.
Olmec from Legends of the Hidden Temple.
I can provide that. Is it A, Incubus, B, Cerberus, C, Diablo, or D, Shaman?
D.
Incubus.
1 point for Mike Kalinowski, and he completes a very impressive round
Okay.
2 in the DCU. He spun Spinner's Choice. That's what you're supposed to do, and he has a 3-point lead.
At least that proves I've forgotten about the DCEU, as everybody should. Except Man of Steel. Man of Steel is still great.
He had some things that he
Everything
wasn't
else,
sure. He went to the multiple choice. Ultimately,
really.
it worked out for him, and if it had not, then Mara would have only been able to steal 1 point. So there's a little bit of strategy involved there.
Well, we do get to see Mike Kalinowski spin that wheel one more time because he is in the lead, meaning he is going to be spinning for the betting round. We're going to see what the category is, and once we get that, we'll tell the opponents just how they're going to make the wager. All
Yeah.
right, spinning that wheel.
Spin. Leave. Yeah.
Patreon sponsored wheel. Thanks again, Andrew Schick.
Get a close up. Closer up. Closer. 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 Nah, never mind. Forget it.
Thanks.
Nathan Ovendale.
Nathan Ovendale, we love you
Andrew
too.
Schick came in with the
Andrew
Harry Potter
Schick was
question
there.
in round 1.
That's right. Get my Schicks and my Ovendales confused. He has competitors. Here's how it works. You guys see the category start. Down and keep it to
Just
yourself.
for the hell of it,
Points.
I'll wager
Wagering from 0
the 3 points that I
If you get
have.
the question right, you win that amount of points. If you get the question wrong, you lose
The 3
that
points
amount
I
of
have.
points. So it gives you a little bit of time to write it
I'm
down.
getting
and
frickin'
you simply
marker
show
cap
it to
open.
our incredible assistant, Lonzo Ball. Excuse
3.
me. I don't have my glass on. That is actually Robert Butler III. And here
Oh,
we go.
IRB3.
This is in the world of Star Trek. And your question is, what is the name of the Klingon planet the crew traveled to take Khan into custody in Star Trek Into Darkness? Get a normal 15 seconds here. That's more like 10 now.
Probably rounded in around 6.
The way time works, 5.
I believe it is
4,
Cronus.
3, 2, 1. All right, so competitors have finished writing their questions. So, Mike, how many points did you wager?
I wagered 1.
You wagered 1. Mara, how many did you wager?
2.
Okay, Mike, your answer.
Kronos.
Okay, and Mara, your answer?
Kronos.
Okay,
right.
it's points all around here. And Mara, being a little bolder than Mike in the category of Star Trek, has inched her way 1 point closer to his 17-point lead. He's got 15 points, and we go into the speed
Hey, but
round.
I wagered 3. That means I win, or it means I got 6 points. Yay!
It's really going to come down to the speed round right now. If Mara Knopic is really on those buzzers and knows these answers, she could very easily overtake him in this round.
That's right, and it's not a joke when you say it is a little bit of a physical exertion to get that buzzer down, so hopefully Mara can keep up with Kalinowski, although she's not feeling 100%. Here we go with the buzzer round. So in front of the competitors, you will see a buzzer.
You will see a buzzer. What we want you to do is wing that buzzer, wing wing.
You hit it once,
and they should make a sound effect with that. Hit the button and it goes wing wing.
If you don't get it to us in time,
that'd be great.
You lose a point. If you get it correct, you get a point.
All right, time for the speed round.
Get it wrong.
Number 1.
We take a point.
In Black Panther, who is the leader of the Jabari tribe from the mountains?
Mike.
M'Baku.
That's correct. Question number 2. Kevin Costner has appeared in how many DCEU films?
2.
Mike.
3.
Incorrect. It's looking for 2.
Back to 17 to 50.
It was not in Justice League.
Batman v
That's what he was
Superman. Question number 3. What is the name of the heroic droid in Rogue One?
Mike.
K2SO.
That is correct for 1 point. Question number 4. What MCU actor has a small role as George Kirk in 2009 Star Trek?
That is Mike.
Chris Hemsworth.
Correct. Question number 5. In the Fellowship of the Ring, what is the name of the mines that the Fellowship must pass?
Mike.
Mines of Moria.
That is correct.
Wow, what an impressive speed round from Mike Kalinowski. He got up early, and then he regressed it. It's like you make a birdie, you make a bogey, he's right back. What's that?
Hey, a golf term. I didn't think I'd ever hear that in Schmoedown.
Ever witnessed in my time.
I have to agree with you there, because as somebody that has witnessed many a speed round and has had competitors in title shots many, many times, I have seen
Except when someone's
round
comments
really
go out of bounds.
Answering questions incorrectly early on, and Mike, it did not even phase him.
That's right, and Wookiees known for their strength, but maybe not their quickness on the buzzer.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Come on, Mike, you're supposed to let the Wookiee win. Let the Wookiee win.
Championship. Once again, the winner of this playoff tournament is going to be playing against Jason Inman, the current Innergeekdom belt holder, live at the movie trivia Schmoedown live
not looking good,
September
though.
8th at the El Portal Theater in North Hollywood. In round number 5, here's how it works.
Good thing they said in North Hollywood. I would have ended up in San Jose.
You can't pick the same numbers as your opponent because each number corresponds to a movie trivia category up here at our answer desk. The first number you give us is going to be a 2-point question. The next one in a different category is going to be a 3-point.
Take 2. It worked for Mark and Draco.
Point question. There is no penalty for missing a answer in this round, and there is no stealing.
No penalty, but you won't get points, which means you won't win. That's kind of a penalty.
Give us your numbers now, sir.
Sure. 3, 8, and 13.
3, 8, and 13.
3, 8, and 13. And Mara, your numbers.
9, 2, 7.
She picked 2. Let's see if it works.
All out of order, and I like the moxie. All right, Mara. You currently trail by 5 points, and this 2-pointer can get you back within striking distance with your 3-pointer. You selected number 9, and that corresponds to the category of Star Trek. All right, and your Star Trek question. In Star Trek 2009, Sulu was proficient in what kind of
fencing.
combat?
Fencing.
That is correct for 2 points.
And just like that, she could tie Mike Kalinowski with this next question if it's answered correctly. She selected number 2, and that corresponds to the Hobbit movie.
Oh, lovely. 2 wouldn't do me no good this time.
Good, then they made the Hobbit, and they
should do all right for her, though.
I give them a hard time.
Watchable.
Watchable?
All
Well,
right.
I might watch it one
All right,
day
your
then.
question in the world of the Hobbit is, who plays the master
Oh, she'll
of
get that.
Lake Town in the Hobbit series?
Stephen Fry.
Yep.
We are
That is
tied.
correct. Yes.
And now we move on to Mike Kalinowski. Mike Kalinowski, you now have to answer a question.
Point of order, I can tell you all 13 dwarves from The Hobbit.
15 bonus points, and your winner!
Award any bonus points for that at this time, but we'll bring it up with the commissioner.
We can award points around the bar across the street if we're done with this match. That is going to be
bar joke.
All right, Mike Kalinowski, you selected number 3 for your 2-point question. That corresponds up here to my eyes with scores and soundtracks. Scores and soundtracks. All right, your question for 2 points is, who composed the score for Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2?
Does it say it on my shirt?
Right.
No.
That is incorrect. Looking for Tyler Bates.
Interesting.
Tyler Bates, and so we stick with Mike Kalinowski. And in your 3-point category, you selected the number of
8.
8. And we'll see if he can scramble around just like the great Steve Young did. You selected number 8. And that corresponds to the DCEU, which stands for, I believe, DC Comics Extended Universe.
That would be DCCEU.
Yes, it would.
Nevertheless,
Got a little too clever there, Mark.
the question is, in David Ayers' Suicide Squad, what is the name of the Enchantress's
June
alter
Moon.
ego?
June Moon.
Yes, it is.
Correct.
Back to
Bomb,
a
little bomb,
3-point
bomb, bomb,
lead,
bomb,
and
dang, dang,
in
dang, ding, dong, ding, dong.
From Mara, and
Classic
sometimes you get
music.
a category it's very interesting.
I like this
and it
new
seems
age
like
shit
Grace
we
might
get
be
now.
someone. I seem to remember her introduction, and as I replay it in my head, she selected number 7. For your 5-point question, Mara, to take the lead, is Indiana Jones. Your question.
What?
Your question is.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, did you hear the category?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He started to say something that didn't matter.
I
But
just said your
Mm.
question.
Exactly. But I couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
We're on the same page.
Sounds
now.
about right.
Most of the things I say do not matter.
Hey, where's my bagel?
Hey, continuity.
Your question is, for 5 points and a lead over Mike Kalinowski and to stay in the game, what artifact, and we need the name of the artifact, is briefly recovered by a young
Cross
Indiana
zone.
Jones at the beginning of The Last Crusade?
The Cross of Coronado.
That is
I wouldn't have got that
correct.
part. That's too many syllables.
Knopic has a 5-point
I remember it was a cross.
2-point lead.
Coronado, I think she said. Too many syllables for me.
really sweaty over this stuff, Emma, and it's just one of these things. You hope you're going to see.
I have a hard time remembering Batman. Except if it's a Lego version.
Overtime because we don't have the question power. I'll be honest with you. We do have one more question. That's going to be asked to Mike Kalinowski, and that will.
I just realized, has Lego Batman ever shown up in any form of DC question on here?
You have 1 second.
Technically counts. It's a DC movie. It had the DC symbol on it.
Mike Kalinowski.
It's a DC movie.
Your question.
Where's my Lego Batman?
13 is what you selected for 5 points. In the world of the MCU,
Oh boy.
Marvel Cinematic Universe. Name the 2 robotic arms that Tony Stark utilizes in his lab, as mentioned in the Iron Man solo films and in Homecoming. Need both of them? You get 20 seconds.
Really? What kind of question is that?
We go to 5, 4, 3,
Repeat the question.
2. Name the 2 robotic arms that Tony Stark utilizes in his lab, as mentioned in the Iron Man solo films and in Homecoming.
How can you remember that? That is just like... That's like one of those random things that is brought up.
Name the 2 robotic arms that Tony Stark utilizes in his lab, as mentioned in the Iron Man solo films and Homecoming. Go to 5,
Is it Laurel and Hardy?
4, and your winner,
Are you shitting me?
Mara! She has toppled the corrupt Mike Kalinowski. What a performance by KO, but Mara Knopic walks out of here.
Hey! He let the Wookiee win! Hey! She picked 2! Always pick 2! Always pick 2! 2!
Absolutely thrilled by this.
Wow.
She beat Rachel.
Boom!
I wanna see her go on to
It works. In your face. Yay!
Here in the Innergeekdom tournament, and I can't wait to see what she does next.
I mean, this is one of the more crazy things that I've seen, not because Mara isn't as good of a competitor as Mike. I think that they're on equal ground as this match proves, but it's Mara. She just comes out of really nowhere in this, and then all of a sudden she's in the playoff, and she's competing in the tournament, and she goes 3-0, and then she's up against Mike Kalinowski, and this is not an easy setting to win a game and in focus. She was able to do that, as was Mike. He just got a tough MCU.
Tough? That's another one of those, that's not a deep cut, that's an amputation question.
Is Dumb E and you. You, Dumb E.
Yeah,
those are
you,
Tony
Dummy.
Stark's.
Gotcha.
That is you, I am Dumb E. And now we are going to
He lost on you, dummy. You, dummy.
And the loser,
Hope that becomes a trend.
The victory of Mara is all yours.
Now we get to call Mike, you dummy. Hopefully that catches on like Bespin.
Yes. Okay, good. Has taken down the Death Star. Oh my gosh. Did you ever think in a million years we'd be standing right here?
No.
That would have been crazy if Chewie
No,
took down the
not
Death
at
Star.
all. And I have so many people that I can thank for that. With Coy, Emma, and Rachel, they were all so intimidating that I got my prep on, you know? I studied, and I couldn't have done it without them, and they have all been such strong supporters. I don't think there were any losers in my matches.
He took you down to the very last question. Oh my gosh.
Hi guys,
Hey,
I just
Rachel.
wanted to come and say congratulations, and honestly, that means a ton to me. We played a really incredible match, and I'm so happy for you, and I'm happy for you today. Down with Anarchy, thank God.
Yeah!
And someone's going to the live event, and I will be in the front row rooting her on.
And I'll be there too.
Oh,
Probably a
thank you so much.
bunch more rows back.
I mean, even with Mike, even with our blood feud, he didn't walk out of this a loser in my eyes.
No, he took you down to the very last question. You guys came down to the last question, and what were
Hopefully
you
I can get a
thinking
seat
as he
near
was
Robert and Vanessa.
using his JTE
Because, you know,
rules and just trying to pull
we're-
that last answer?
We're
I
close.
was thinking that is one of the toughest questions I have ever heard,
I
and I
dream.
didn't know the answer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's tough.
Now you just took down corruption. I mean,
So does that
worry
mean
you're gonna have a target on your back now?
Does this mean I rule the roost?
No.
Can we do things my way now?
No, that's
Oh
not how
yeah,
this works
this
at
is
all.
happening.
No. But you will be facing Jason Inman at the live event.
You know, there are some complications with that. You know, I have a close personal relationship with one of the members of the Horsemen, and who would he cheer on? A person that he's in a close relationship with, or his fellow horseman? Whoa, quite the conundrum.
So, Mike, obviously that was not the outcome you were hoping for.
No. But here we are. So we move forward.
Were you impressed by Mara?
I was impressed. I've been impressed since day one. So this is what this tournament was about. I could have not faced Mara right now by bringing her into the tournament. So here we are.
No, she took you down to the last question.
She did. Yep.
Did you think by using your JT rules that you could actually pull
No,
it,
I had no
or
clue what
you
that
were just
was.
stalling?
And anyone that thinks that they know what that was, you know, it's what it is. It's this how the game works. We can fault it all we want. I've spun, you know, I'm sure everyone when they saw me spin DCU, never thought I was going to win, and that's how it goes. It's just the game, and you could have a great round up until the end, and you lose at the end, and that's what it is. I wanted a fair tournament, and I got a fair tournament, and I am the result of that. So I will happily step away from it. This is how it went. You know, I can't fault it. I wanted this. I wanted it fair across the board, fair questions. It just didn't go my way. When I thought they said MCU for that 5-point, I thought I was in good hands. I challenge anyone in this league that could know what that question was. So, you know, it was I wasn't going to pull it out.
Does this mean the end for corruption?
Well, we got the whole tournament coming up, so, you know, I'm not, you know, we're going to see what happens. We're going to see, we're going to go with it, and just hope, I'm going to watch Mara, you know, go at the live event and watch Mara continue on her path that she's on.
That's it? This is the nicest interview we've had in a long time.
There's no reason. People think, you know, they do the whole thing, I'm a heel, I'm a bad guy, this and that. It's what it is. I was set out to do something. I accomplished that. I was hoping that I would, of course, wanted the belt, but it didn't happen for me. So I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to whine about it. It happened. The belt will always be there. Mara's a competitor that now has put the league on notice. You know, for a while it was always Rachel, and now there's two of them. Two great stars in this league will be facing each other again. You know, we're gonna do this dance forever. So
what's next?
Should I tell you? Maybe I have things working. This is the corruption was not just about the Innergeekdom. It was the start of the Innergeekdom, and then it was going to go out from there. I'm not going to tell everything. I'm going to tell you that. There's no fun in that. There's no fun in that. You want to close this out, Jen?
No, we're done here.
We're done here?
Yeah.
Are we? We are done. This part is done.
Sorry, it's such a bad day.
It's okay. It wasn't a bad day. I saw Mara win. Person, my creation. Moving on. And now she's going to go against Inman. So we'll see what happens.
Yes, we will.
All right, Em, I mean,
that is did we just go 50 minutes and Mike didn't flip off anybody in the actual recording? I'll be damned.
Both these competitors knew who they were going up against, and they both brought their A game.
Absolutely, and you know they had their ups and downs throughout the game. Mike Kalinowski was up for most of the game, and then it just didn't go his way in round 3. We've seen it happen before in the Innergeekdom, out of the Innergeekdom. My goodness, William Bibiani is legendary for being terrible at round 3.
Oh, so, don't say that.
There's some luck as far as the chips fall where the Schmoedown is concerned.
That was just a cheap shot at the beats. That was mean.
It boils down to you luck out getting a question you know or you don't.
And you see the resolve of somebody like Knopic, who was really up against it. I mean, she goes into the last round trailing by 5 points, and it wasn't just any 5 points. They were some of those points were earned in the speed round with Mike, just a whiz on the buzzer, getting questions right, left, and right, and then all of a sudden you just go back and forth. What a match! Mara is good at giving us victory. She's also good at giving us some all-time matches, and Mike Kalinowski, for all the crap that we give him, his corruption led to this tournament, and I think that's a pretty darn good thing. Emma Fife, I want to thank you.
Even when he loses,
at the
he wins
today. How about a hand for Emma Fife, everybody?
Well, thank you for having me and utilizing my ability to pronounce wizard words. And yeah, we'll see you guys all at that live event on September 8th.
That is right. You get your tickets right now.
Chance is gone. What'd you do, Chance? Where's Chance?
Any one of our Twitter feeds, websites, etc. Get your tickets before they sell for the September 8th event. And make sure you guys check out Emma Fife across all social media platforms and her show Pencils and Parsecs. I am merely Mark Ellis, and you should check out the movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon. Check out our Patreon.
I think I'm a part of the Patreon page. I don't think I have any evidence to support that, though.
The movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page, and Christian George Harloff. That is Emma Fife. Again, baby carrots, and we will see you guys at the live event.
Doesn't it keep you awake in the middle of the night? The feeling that if you just known a little bit more about the movie Labyrinth, the history of the Schmoedown would be different?
It does indeed. But
X-Men.
A great swell of pity for anyone who comes around looking
Trouble.
for a rematch.
It's Beast.
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of it.
Monty Python and Holy Grail.
Release the Kraken.
Movie with a Kraken.
No!
Star Wars.
This is madness. This is Sparta.
This is Schmoedown. Or I could say Meet the Spartans.
The war has begun.
Tell me, do you bleed?
Yes, but let's try not to bleed here. This is trivia, for God's sakes.
Frank here, and it is time for your Schmoedown breakdown. It is the final match of the tournament, and both Mike and Mara started off red.
Not only was it the finals, it was the last match.
Tournament in this round. As for Mara, she finally put up a score higher than 5 points. Her 8 points ties her own personal record, which she set in her very first match. into round 2, and Mara continues to do what she has done the whole tournament. She has been averaging 5 points, and that's exactly what she earns here on her turn. As for Mike, he also stayed in line with what he's been doing throughout the tournament, putting up 7 points of his own. With the betting round, Mara was able to chip away at Mike's 3-point lead and get it down to 2 with a score of 17-15 heading into the speed round. The speed round was exactly that. Mike buzzed in on all 5 questions, and he correctly answered 4 for a total of 3 points. Now with one final round to go, Mara was facing a 5-point deficit. No player in the Innergeekdom has ever come back from such a deficit. The most points anyone has ever overcome is 4 points when Hector Navarro did it against Jeremy Johns, retaining his title at last year's Collider Collision. But in the final round, Mike could only answer his 3-pointer, while Mara would go 3 for 3 for all 10 points to complete the comeback win, and it's a final score of 25-23. Inside the numbers, Mike Kalinowski had a solid day overall. He went 19 of 26 for 73% correct. His overall accuracy throughout the tournament will stand at 85% over this 4-match span. As for our tournament winner, Mara Knopic, she played her best match in the entire tournament, answering 15 of 20 for 75% correct. Throughout her 4 tournament matches, her accuracy sits at 64%. If you want to find out other stats about this match and from around the league, check out SD Rundown Stats on Twitter. And don't forget to check out the Schmoedown Rundown every Saturday on the Collider Podcast Network on YouTube and the Collider Factory podcast feed. This has been your Schmoedown Breakdown.
Thank you, Frankie Stats Janish. Okay. That marathon is now completed. I think I've gotten some more gray hairs since that match started. And we now have our tournament winner, and we now have our official card for the September 8th live show. It's now going to be John Roca and Dan Merle taking on Winston Marshall and Stacey Howard with Coy Jandrew, who still can't get on the poster. Let's change that, guys. Come on. And the main event, I believe it's still confirmed that this is now the main event. The Innergeekdom Championship. Mara Knopic will challenge Jason Justice Inman for the Innergeekdom Championship. That's going to be a very, very fun match. I think that's going to be... Honestly, I think that's going to be one of those matches where the crowd's going to be split. I think it's going to be 50-50. I think half the crowd will be going for Mara. I think half the crowd will be going for Inman. I'm still torn as to who I'm going to pick and or root for. Based on what I saw, that speed round is really scaring me when it came with Mara, because Mike looked like he kind of picked her to pieces there in the speed round, but Mike did not get it done in crunch time. That final round, it did him in. Inman, I think, is just a player that he really plays very, very well with a lead. He's kind of like the Tiger Woods of the Innergeekdom division. If he gets in front, it's going to be really hard to come back from. Inman has shown no signs that if he gets a lead, he's going to give it away. So that's going to be interesting to see. Mara did a great job coming back, though. That perfect final round was all the difference. And she picked 2. As I said, always pick 2 and you shall win. Pick 2 and triumph. So that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to this incredible Innergeekdom Championship Tournament Final. I just noticed that the thing says Innergeekdom Championship on the YouTube video. That's not right. It's Innergeekdom Tournament Championship. I guess the title was too long. They realized they couldn't do that. Oh well, there's always next year. So that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Always watch the content first. It's the right thing to do. Follow me on Twitter at WWEJTH1. And also follow the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown Twitter page at the Schmoedown, and join the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page. You can also find me in all the fan-related trivia leagues, worldwide movie trivia, Full Metal trivia, movie battleground, the whole 9 yards. But until next time, the very next match, it's going to be big. It's Bibiani and Draco 2. Something I've been waiting so long for. And it's going to be a barn burner. And I can't wait to see it. And I'll see you then. So until then, this is JTH saying thank you for watching. And until next time, I bid you adieu.